I'm sorry. Okay, we are streaming live now in our Facebook event. And welcome, everyone. Erica, you want to kick us off tonight?
I would love to. I hope you guys are as excited about this topic as I am. Not only am I excited to hear what Ellen has to share, but to have the opportunity to introduce her to all of you. Ellen Graham from Denver, Colorado, and she just happens to be my personal business mentor, and I adore her. So she's been with the Juice Plus company for the last, what's it been, Ellen? 14 years? Um,
Close,
just,
close.
a, just a couple days. I mean, really, she's so fresh. So she is a national marketing director with the Juice Plus company. She has a background in television, production, and sales. And she has a really amazing story, personal story. But she's going to be sharing on immunity in the community, which I think obviously is a hot topic right now. I think most people are hearing about it on the news. They're reading about it in social media. So this is really the perfect time to be sharing this information. So I just can't wait to hear what you have to share, Ellen.
Thank you so much, Erica. I adore you right back. And part of what inspires me so much on this mission, whether we're having fun or things are kind of serious like they are right now with the coronavirus kind of panic around us, is we are working together just to make our planet and the people on our planet healthier. And so I am going to talk tonight very simple about immunity and about your immune system. And I want you to leave empowered with a couple pieces of information that can help you to, that can really help you, get your arms around how you're feeling, do some smart, proactive things, but also for your long-term health. And so, as we kind of dig into this topic, I want to go back to the beginning of my story being introduced to Juice Plus almost 14 years ago. And at the time, I had started eating more whole foods. I was looking for ways to be healthier after being really riddled with health problems since I was a teenager. And so I like to remind myself and remind all of you that I was like most Americans with issues around my health. And so I had started reading, and I knew that juicing, eating a whole foods, plant-based, low glycemic diet was one of the best things I could do for my health. So when my friend told me I could get fruits and vegetables in a capsule, I said, if they can really put it in a capsule, I'm sure I need that. And I think everybody I know needs that. So I am not here to sell you Juice Plus tonight. I am here to empower you around your immune system. I am going to talk about some different things, but going back to my story, I started taking Juice Plus just a couple months after my oldest son was born. Now, fast forward about 4 years. Coronavirus is nothing new to us as humans, okay? Over the course of human history, we have had various, plagues, viruses, flus, and whether you feel scared listening to this, whether you're not sure if you should be scared, or whether you think that it's all a lot of hype, it really doesn't matter, because here's the thing, this is all part of the human experience. So fast forward to about, I'm thinking I had maybe a 2-year-old and a 5-year-old. So this would have been about 2011. I took my son to the pediatrician because for the first time in his life, he really had been sick for a few days. He had run a fever for a few days. It was a Friday afternoon, and I kind of did that whole, you know what, let's go to the pediatrician and just check in and get their gauge on things so we're not in the urgent care or the emergency room this weekend. It was just really unlike him to run a fever for more than 24 hours. And he was a really easy baby, so he wasn't that fussy. He was just more lethargic, things like that. The adults in the house, we had kind of symptoms of a cold. We didn't feel terrible. The baby who was breastfeeding was fine, went to the pediatrician. The pediatrician actually did a test and we were diagnosed, the whole family, with H1N1, which was the panic of that year. The pediatrician instructed us to leave their office wearing masks, to call my husband at work, and that he needed to leave the workplace and notify workers that he was carrying H1N1. So is it really different than where we are today? Yes and no. Here's the family really of our health. And I share with you just a handful of simple things that you can do. And so even though we had contracted H1N1, we were not that sick. We never got any sicker than we were at that point. There were no hospitalizations. There were no antibiotics, nebulizers, breathing problems, other than just getting over the crud. And so I tell that to really set the stage for you to think about your immune system in a different way. Your immune system is designed to kill foreign invaders, whether it's viruses, cancer cells, different things like that. We have a lot of immune dysfunction these days, and there's so many factors around that. Anybody think stress might be a factor? Right? Stress can totally be a factor. Environmental toxins, what's in the air, what's in the water, what's in the food supply, what's in all the fake food that we eat out of convenience, toxins via medications, toxins via even household cleaners, things like this. So there's a lot of different things coming at us, all right? So how do we nurture and nourish that immune system that the good Lord gave us to go ahead and fight off the foreign invaders, to keep us healthy, to help us live a life with longevity and vitality? This is something I got very into over a decade ago, all right? So, in the beginning of journey to my wellness, I lost my dad to cancer 20 years before we should have lost my dad. I lost another friend at age 40 to breast cancer. And I just got so interested in how the immune system worked. Not just because I wanted to beat it for myself, but because I had experienced devastating loss. And like we all do during those times, you're going, why? So the coronavirus thing is happening around us, and we have a lot of questions around that. Well, let's talk about what we can control. What we can control is how we take care of our bodies right now. So I'm going to give you 6 really simple tips. And this is really like elementary school, but you can teach this to your kids. You can teach this to your elderly parents. You can teach this to your neighbors. If you're a teacher out there, oh my gosh, please get in front of your classrooms and say, hey kids, here's some simple things that we can do to stay healthier. Because in 2020, it's coronavirus, but guess what? Every year we have the flu. Every time that we walk through an airport, get on an airplane, go to a football game, any of those things, think of all the germs and bacteria and things that are coming out at us, right? It's amazing any of us are alive, but that's the thing. We're designed to be alive. So how do we nourish that living immune system? Number 1, drink tons of water. I cannot emphasize enough the importance of water for your body to go through its digestive, its restorative, and its detoxifying functions. You want to be drinking half your body weight in ounces every day. And you know what? Why not add more right now? So one of the easiest ways to do that is when you wake up first thing in the morning, have a couple big glasses of water. Okay, this is a small glass of water. So I'm usually doing the tall glass, couple of those in the morning. Now, incidentally, that's also when I take my Juice Plus capsules. So first thing in the morning, I am flushing my system out. That promotes healthy, elimination first thing in the day, which gives us more energy. And again, gives your organs, your systems water, which your body is 70% water that it needs to function, okay? So you don't want to substitute water with anything else. Tea, coffee, flavored waters, the fizzy sticks, the flavored things that are in, none of it is the same as good old-fashioned water. If you drink a high level of beverages that are not water, now's a great time to cut back. So if you're a soda drinker, and I'm going to talk about sugar in a second, it's a great time to cut back. All right. And maybe this is a good motivation for you. Now, for me, I am not motivated out of fear. I am motivated out of just wanting to feel good, but we all operate a little bit differently. So it's number one is water, and your kids need water. So before they are drinking juice, before they're drinking milk, you know, before they can have, you know, whatever maybe treat you have planned, get some water into your kids, you know, have some fun contests. I've done things with my kids where if you finish your water bottle, you know, you get $5 at GameWorks or on your Xbox. And it's great to set those fun rewards for children, because what it does is it helps build the habit with positive affirmation. Okay. Number two is vitamin D. Most of us in the United States are vitamin D deficient. We're now into March. Most of us are in winter zones. We've not been in the sunshine. Even if we're in the sunshine, for those of you that live down in Arizona, Southern California, you don't make enough vitamin D. So very simple, get on Amazon, go to the local, you know, your grocery store, your health food store will have vitamin D drops or some sort of a tablet or something. And we just do vitamin D once a month at our house. Okay. So vitamin D is actually, it's a hormone. It's not a vitamin, and your body will store it, but we all need vitamin D, and we all know that it is a preventive piece. Your body needs it to synthesize a lot of different other things to keep that immune system strong and healthy. So a very simple solution is more vitamin D. The third thing is so critical, and that is whole foods. Our bodies are designed to be consuming 7, 8, 9, 10 servings of fresh fruits and vegetables every single day. Most of us don't do it. Now is the time to, again, set a little challenge for yourself, set a little reward chart for the kids. Can you up it by 1 or 2 servings a day from where you are now? Okay, you cannot get enough whole foods, and that raw food, especially in raw fruits and vegetables, is the actual building blocks in your gut for your immune system. Your immune system largely resides in your gut. So as you eat food, you are either building that up or tearing it down. Every time you eat fresh fruits and vegetables, you are building it up. Okay, so just focusing on eating more of those. And since most of us do not get enough, I absolutely recommend Juice Plus. I've taken it for almost 14 years myself. I'm going to talk a little bit more about it in a second, and why it's such a great way to bridge the gap. But I want to get to number 4. This is really important, and that is to avoid sugar, especially for our kids. When we consume sugar, maybe the sugar in a Yoplait yogurt, the sugar in a Snickers bar, the sugar in a Starbucks that's got 4, 5, 6 pumps of syrup in it, there's enough sugar there. It's going to suppress our immune systems. For our children, for most of the day, it's for adults, it's going to suppress our immune systems for hours. And then what are we doing? We are out in the world touching everything. We're at the office where the person in the cubicle next to us is coughing and sneezing. You know, if you're in a school building, think of the contact that you make with all those different people. If you travel for work, you're in and out of, you know, maybe airports, trains, things like that. So sugar is not our friend, because it's, you know, it's that double whammy. You get that big Starbucks in the morning. Yeah, it wakes you up, but all that sugar suppresses your immune system. Meanwhile, you're coming in contact with the germs and the viruses, and your immune system is not functioning at 100% to fight those off. So if you can cut back the sugar, it's going to be great for you on so many levels, but most importantly right now, it's going to be more supportive of your immune system. You'll lose some weight. You'll actually have more energy. Sugar withdrawal for a few days is very typical. So if you're someone that's like, oh my gosh, that's me, I drank 3 Cokes a day, you're going to have some withdrawal for a few days, but isn't it worth it for your health? So that's number 4, is to avoid sugar and just look for added sugar in things. Like I said, the grocery store, the perimeter of your grocery store is pretty safe. It's everything on the shelves. It's got added sugars, preservatives, things that just don't support the growth of immune cells in your gut. All right, number 5 is all things hygiene. We're hearing this everywhere in the media right now. Hand washing, wiping things down. You know, before you use equipment at the gym, wipe it down. I know I'm trying to do a little bit more running outdoors versus being inside the gym with all the germs. You know, just again, going over really good hand washing, wiping things down. I know I have been taking the kids' backpacks and, you know, not laying them on the couch, setting them inside a closet, just some little things like that. If you use things like, you know, some people like the Clorox type stuff. I kind of like the essential oils. You can spray things, but just keeping things clean like we always should. It's a good reminder. Number 6, I just have to say this because I'm passionate about rest, is get your rest. Nothing tears down your immune system like dehydration, sugar, and exhaustion. Okay, and it's really easy for us to get worn out. It seems that for a lot of us Americans, we get some sort of an invisible badge if we're running on empty, exhausted. Here's the thing. I've been one of those moms over the years that when I have a kid that's exhausted, I'd rather let them sleep in, go to school an hour or 2 late and function at 100% than drag them out of bed, give them something sugary for breakfast to perk them up, and send them in there, and they're playing at 60, 70% of capacity. We are the same as adults. If you feel like you're getting run down, like you're coming down with something, you know, in the media, they're asking us, stay home, don't go to work, don't go to church, don't drop your kids off at daycare or school. Just get that rest. It's so restorative, and I just want to empower you around that. There's a time to power through, and there's a time to power down, shut down, reset, relax, and then come back at 100%. So those are really simple tips that I have shared with you. And those are the things that I believe when my family had H1N1, when we've had different things over the years, kept us from, you know, being really, really ill. And it applies womb to tomb. You know, if you've got elderly relatives in nursing homes, that's a scary place. These are things that grandma and grandpa can do, and you can empower them. I know that we've had loved ones in nursing homes, rehab hospitals. I've had those people on Juice Plus. I've had the nurses tell me there that they are so thankful to see patients on Juice Plus because they do so much better. It's that added confidence. So all it is, these are my veggie capsules. Okay, these are my fruit capsules. And these are my berry capsules. Y'all, all this is 30 different fruits, vegetables, and berries, juiced, dried, and encapsulated, okay? And I'm going to show you what this capsule is. It's really pretty magical, and it's really pretty wonderful. This is 10 different grapes and berries in it. One of the berries in it is elderberries. Elderberries are known in nature for their antiviral effects. You can go buy elderberry syrup. It's expensive. It often has sugar added. Again, we want to stay away from sugar. So I love Juice Plus. There's no sugar in it to bridge that gap. We put it in a gummy for kids, okay, or a gummy for adults who do not swallow, because sometimes you have like a smaller airway and it's just, you're prone to choking or gagging, so you can do a gummy. And you guys, this is, I've shared this for 13 years because this is my favorite life hack. Okay, it's the simplest thing we can do for our health that can have the greatest impact. Juice Plus is the most medically researched nutraceutical on the planet. It is shown to improve your immune function within 28 days. It's shown in your bloodstream. It's great for your cardiovascular health. It's great if, you know what, here's what I always say. It's great if you're healthy and you want to stay that way. It's great if you've got some challenges and you're trying to overcome those challenges. Fruits and vegetables will never, ever hurt you. They will only build you back up. And this is raw food powders going right down in that gut and building up that beautiful immune system to help it really achieve that orchestra effect in your body and to move beautifully for you and perform the way that it's supposed to. So that being said, if you were invited to listen to this and you're saying, yes, I got some great things out of this, we need to check out Juice Plus, or maybe we need to get back on Juice Plus. Maybe it's sitting in the cabinet and you haven't taken it for a couple months. Maybe you took it years ago and you stopped for some reason. Call the person up that invited you. Find out the details to get restarted on Juice Plus. It's cost effective. You can still get it free for your kids in the family health study. And, you know, also think about it, you know, this way. You may want to get started. You may be looking for some more information. We have a lot of resources. The person that invited you can connect you to really good resources out there that are factual, that are good information, no hype. You know, I'm not going to sit here and say, hey, you won't get coronavirus if you're taking Juice Plus. I will tell you this though, if I got exposed to it tomorrow, I know I could fight it off. I'm strong and I'm healthy, and I want that for all of you. That being said, number 3, if you're listening to this and you're thinking, you know, I need to share this with, you know, an elderly parents that are in a nursing home. I need to share this with my kids' teachers, all of that. Please join our mission. We love sharing Juice Plus with people. We're not one of those, you know, kooky companies with any type of a quota. We're going to arm you to go out and share it with people, for them to be able to take the product, enjoy it, share with people that they love. And that's really what this is all about. This is about sharing what to me is one of the best resources in my life that was ever shared with me. I feel 100% obligated to continue to share it with other people because it's done so much for our health. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap up tonight. I want to thank everybody that took time to listen, and you'll be able to share this. We'll have it on YouTube and we'll have it in Facebook so you can share it with people. But again, just to review, water, vitamin D, eat more whole foods, avoid sugar, do all the hygiene things, and get your rest. You are totally worth it. So thank you for joining us tonight. I'm actually going to end the recording, but stay on and answer any questions y'all might have.